And tonight we're talking about he's not getting paid. In the meantime, I got to get ready to go get the links to put up on my page for Rumble, YouTube, things like that, because Facebook is definitely going to shut this down. So if you're watching on Facebook, don't. Go to my page in about a minute, and I'm going to start putting the links on there. In fact, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to go to this right now so that way I can get this going. Holy crap. Hang on one second. I got to get the, of course, I'm not prepared, right? Right. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to get the links. I'm going to post them up so you guys can see it. And watch on Rumble. Please watch on Rumble. You do not want to watch this on Facebook. And I'll tell you why, because Facebook is going to, it's just going to shut off. That's the problem with Facebook is that, oh, there it is. I'm going to down here. So I'm going to turn that on, put that down there. Okay, great. So that started. So I'm kind of watching this now, but we're going to switch this here in a second. Excuse me. Then we're going to get this started. Let's do the show. It's the He's Not Getting Paid special, amongst other things that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Honda Goldwings. We're going to talk about the chain of lakes. We're going to talk about slow drivers in the northwest suburbs, specifically going through Barrington. Oh my God, worst drivers ever. I have my shop in Wakanda. I love the area, but the drivers up here are ridiculously slow. So we're going to talk about all that, and I'm going to go get my links. I really hope that those of you that are watching the show are going to log into Rumble, because if you do and you respond to the chat, I'll be able to see it. So I'll be back in a minute. Let's get this started right now. And it didn't play. Let's do it again. How about now? What the hell? Didn't have it open. There it is. Later. All right, let's get this thing started. Welcome to the Tough Show. We're about to kick it off and have a fun night tonight. I had to start the live feed so I could go behind the scenes and get all of the links set up and all the other behind the scenes stuff. Once I get all that set in place, I will switch and start the show. Unfortunately, I can only do this stuff once the live stream is started. So be patient for a couple minutes. I'll be right back and we'll get this show on the road.
Snake Boogie's got a hold on me. First thing I saw was a hitching queen, cut off shorts, legs long and mean. Blew me a kiss, then turned to smoke. Thought to myself, that body no joke. Truck bed rolling with a sea of beer. Cowgirls laughing, saying get in here. Ravens dipping low like they're leading the way. Black wings flapping to the beat they play. There's a motel flickering in the side, silhouette waiting in the neon twilight. Bull on the highway bucking in the heat. Girl on top moving to the rattlesnake beat. Rattlesnake boogie, hot as sin. Lost my mind, but I kept on grinning. Heat wave hitting, wheels keep spinning. Don't know where I'm going, but I ain't quitting. Rattlesnake boogie, desert dream. Girls in the sun like a movie screen.
All right, hang tight. I'm almost there. There's a few more links to put up, a couple things to do behind the scenes. We should be going here in about a little over 2 minutes. Maybe not even 2 minutes. Less than a minute. Well, a little more than a minute. I don't know. Anyhow, just hang tight. I'm coming. There's a lot of crap to do behind the scenes here, so be patient. I'm on my way.
Circle dropping shadows on the sand. Felt the world melt right out of my hands. Whiskey bottles floating, dust devils dance. Whole damn desert caught in a trance. I yelled to the sky, hit me with your best. Every vision hotter than the rest. I kept rolling through the world went black. Next thing I knew, I was finally back. Rattlesnake boogie, wild and free. Venom in my veins like a melody. Woke up parked where I shouldn't be. How I got here is a mystery. Rattlesnake boogie, let it roll. Took me for a ride, took a piece of my soul. Desert got a way of losing control. Rattlesnake boogie, man, it swallowed me whole. Stepped off the bike with a shaky grin. Girl on the porch said, where you been? Tapped my boo where the rattler hit. Got beer once and I'm still riding it. Rattlesnake boogie, still buzzing in my head.
All right, check it out. Tough It Up back in the house, and we are starting live right here in Wakanda. What's up? I don't know if anybody's watching because I can't see shit if you're watching on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook, and sorry, I'm setting something here real quick. I happen to notice something really weird. All right, so if you're watching on Facebook, it's difficult for me to see if you're responding to anything. I can't tell who's watching, who's not watching. Because Restream does not connect to Facebook because Facebook is a piece of shit and won't play well with Restream. So I just set my phone up so I could see this. I'm watching on there. I highly recommend that you go to my page, log out of the live stream, go to my page, go to Rumble. You won't miss a thing. Because I'm going to be playing copywritten music. I'm going to be playing copywritten videos and all kinds of shit. That's what makes this show so much fun. And Facebook, the liberal Nazi piece of shit, platform that we're all on, and I don't understand why anybody stays on here, but you do because, I don't know. I don't know why everybody stays on here so much, but there we go. So Joe Friedmansky is in the house, and oh man, I love when he's here. He's already crying. Get on with the story already. There we go, Joey. Why are you on Facebook, you dipshit? You should be on Rumble. Like I said, because, you're lucky that I'm watching it on my phone. Because otherwise, go to Rumble. I'm telling you, I've already tested this 100 times. Facebook is going to shut this off. So, anyhow. Come on, Joey. It's all good. Get on Rumble. All right, so here we go. Joe wants to hear another story of me racing, something that he has never done. Joey, by the way, Joey Friedmansky is somebody who used to stand on the sidelines when we were all street racing back in the 90s and early 2000s. He was a young guy, stood off to the side. He didn't participate much. He was just one of those wannabes, the watcher guys and stuff. And then now that he's gotten older, he runs his mouth a little bit. But, it's too bad that he never did get to be as fast as me because he's got nothing to touch with me in any way, shape, or form. Anyhow, Jimmy Palucci in the house. Jimmy, go to Rumble. Get off of Facebook. Facebook sucks. Anyhow, Joey's still crying. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that guy. Anyhow, so there you go. So I did all the street racing back then. I paid my races if I lost. It's very rare that it happened. But that guy, he never raced. He just stood off to the side, running his mouth. Anyhow, Jimmy Palucci in the house, and there's another guy that we're going to talk to. I'm going to get a hold of Jimmy Palucci on the phone, I think, during the show here. I'm waiting. I was hoping that some more people who said they wanted to be here when I did the he's not getting paid stuff show up. I'm going to hold off on the he's not getting paid part until I think there's some more people here. You know what? I got to turn on the chat. Let me turn on the chat here. Oh, yeah, nobody's there. Okay, so nobody's in the chat. Nobody's asking any questions, even though all the people said that they wanted to see this. Joe, you can look up where the Fox News video is. Go ahead and take a look for that. If you find it, let me know. Anyhow, so the chat's on. So we'll come back to that. So the one thing that I am going to talk about, at least for right now, until the other people come in, maybe Joe's probably texting people saying, hey, Tuff's on his show now. Let's go give him some shit. But anyway, driving in traffic up here. My shop is in Wakanda, and I'm telling you, it's getting worse. I don't know if it's just because I don't know if it's just because, they passed all the marijuana laws or whatever, but it seems like ever since they made weed legal, everybody drives like Joe Friedmansky, like holding up the left lane, clogging traffic. Right now, he's saying, tell the story or we're leaving. He's already in the way. Anyhow, so I'll come back to that in a minute. Why don't you go get some friends? Go get some of your friends that sit on the sidelines and all that. So, yeah, so going down the road, man, I'm telling you, this is what it's like. Like, seriously. Like, seriously, you just roll down the road sitting behind some turd and they won't get out of the lane. And if you pass them, oh my God, they lose their shit. Like somehow you offended them some way by getting around them and going the speed limit or better. Oh, there we go. Seagirl 21. I have somebody in the chat. How nice is that? Huh. We don't need no Joey Friedmansky. Sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. But anyhow, so, you're driving down the road, you're dealing with these idiots, and I'm telling you, ever since they made weed legal, the people, the slow turds, the road cows, holding up traffic everywhere you go, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. It's like most of the people, I should say at least half the people in the state of Illinois are now driving like Mr. Magoo because they're all high, and they hold up traffic, and you're like, and they're oblivious to the fact that there's 400 cars behind them. Like, what the hell is that all about? It's literally, I want to do this. I'm going to show you something. I really want to do this. So, like, seriously, I want to take my car, get ahead of these turds, and just put a sign on the back that says, get your slow ass over. Get out of the left lane. Isn't that awesome? Like, how cool is that? Like, hey, you're holding up the left lane. This is illegal. Move your slow ass over. God, I want to do that so bad. Like, seriously. I think I'm going to do it. But you know what? It's going to be Joey Friedmansky there the guy in the black truck. That'd be Joey. Getting all butthurt because, that's what Joey does when you confront him on something. But anyhow, yeah, like totally. That's what I want to do that. I want to do that, and I want to get video of it. I'm going to put it on the show. But anyhow, so if you're watching the show, I highly recommend, let's see, where we're at 13 minutes. At 15 minutes, I am going to play whatever the hell I want. I don't care if it's copywritten or anything. It's probably going to get me booted off of Facebook Live. So if you're watching Facebook Live, get off Facebook Live and get on Rumble. Because I'm telling you, Facebook Live is going to get turned off, and it's not going to be me doing it. So, anyhow, here we go. Jeez, Joey's still going. Shush! Anyhow, all right, so what are we going to do here? Let's get on to the next thing. So the next thing would be, I don't know, I was going to go to the he's not getting paid, but I don't know. Oh, you know what? I know what we could go to. I know we're going to go back to, I'll come back to he's not getting paid. in a minute. I'm sure that Joey's going to get a few more people in here. Matthew Johnson, I think it takes a little time to get people in. So let's go to this next thing, which is the ridiculous chemtrail shit. Now, I know I've touched on this a few times on the show, but literally today, somebody sent me a Newsmax clip that I'm going to shred. And I'm sick and tired of this shit. Like, this is so horrible. And people keep falling for this crap. The news media keeps pushing this fear porn, and I just can't believe how many people fall for it. One of which is Jimmy Palucci, which we're going to call him in a second. Maybe I don't know if I should call him first. Now, let's call him second. All right, so I'm going to switch to this news clip, and then I'm going to deal with this one thing at a time, how ridiculous these stories are, how ridiculous these witnesses, these experts. Oh, I'm an expert in this. And let me tell you something about what I know about chemtrails. And they're going to make it sound like they know what they're talking about, and they have no clue. They have no credentials. They have no proof, no evidence, no flight logs, no plane tail numbers, nothing. But they get off like they're some kind of expert. And then I have like so many people that I think are actually pretty smart people, but you know, they send me these links like, hey, Tough, here, I found some proof. This isn't proof. This is bullshit. And I'm going to show you right now.
So joining us now for more is one of the first people to ever blow the whistle on what she says is absolutely happening, and that our own government has been involved for decades, spraying chemicals into the air with no regard for the people those chemicals could be hurting. I want to welcome in former U.S. Air Force environmental specialist and geoengineering whistleblower, Kristen Megan.
Now we're going to hold off right there. Let's back that up again. We're going to give this woman a title that's going to be 14 words long to make it seem like she's somebody. They're going to back this up, right? Let's hear that again. She's a what now?
Absolutely happening. And that our
Oh,
own
this is
government has
absolutely
been involved
happening.
for decades, spraying chemicals into the air with no regard for the people those chemicals could be hurting. I want to welcome in former U.S. Air Force environmental specialist and geoengineering whistleblower, Kristen Megan. It's
What job position is that?
great to have you back, Kristen. Appreciate you being here. So you've been talking about this issue for years now. Can you take us through what you say is absolutely happening?
Yeah, thanks for having me back. This is absolutely happening, and it's
What's actually happening?
basically now openly admitted, even though you're getting kind of pushback from the EPA, but I don't
They're openly admitting, even though they're pushing back saying they're not admitting.
think it's intentional. What I discovered around starting in 2007, I was working in bioenvironmental engineering in the Air Force. And like I had mentioned previously, I tried to debunk
Bioengineering in the Air Force. Wait till you hear what her real job is.
this. And in the attempt to debunk it, I realized as somebody who was approving forms called Air Force Form 3952s, I had to reject these toxicants on formerly known as an MSDS, now an SDS, because they're the very same toxicants we were trying to engineer out of the workplace. So why would we be procuring more? So
So she doesn't know why they're procuring more. Why would they do that? But okay, let's go on. She's going to assume from this point on.
lots of soil sampling, air sampling. Once I got threatened, I knew I'd found something, and it's very much happening. In fact, when I finished my master's around 2015, it was in one of my environmental textbooks that they were doing it. So it's a
Really?
shock to me that people still think
What textbook? What's the name of the textbook? What class did you get it in? Could you tell us a little more than just a textbook?
it's not happening. Yes,
Yeah.
I sold the book, but I wish I still had it.
And we can all see it if you look up, and it just doesn't make sense, you know, that it's coming from like a Delta flight flying overhead. So your role in the Air Force, if I'm understanding it correctly, was basically to approve these flights long before takeoff, and eventually you just said no. I'm
She's not there to approve any flights. She has nothing to do with any flights.
not going to do this anymore. Is that accurate broadly?
Well, it wasn't approving the flights. So when you're using hazardous materials, you have to track them from
All right, so first off, we're going to establish that she's approving the flights until we find out she's not approving the flights, okay? Because if you're going to have a conspiracy, first thing you got to do is you got to go, hey, you know, she's approving, like it's bullshit. They lay out bullshit, and then she goes, well, it's not exactly that.
cradle to grave, use and disposal.
Cradle to grave. Did you give birth to these chemicals?
So when I was in the Air Force, I'm basically OSHA and EPA, but in the military. So I had to
Okay.
make sure that we were keeping workers safe. So we had to understand.
Okay, so her job there is she is the OSHA in the military. She has nothing to do with flight. She has nothing to do with flight logs. She doesn't talk to any pilots. She doesn't touch any planes. She doesn't even know what this chemical is doing, what it's being used for. All she knows is that she had to approve some piece of paperwork to have it transported. And so her job is to make sure that it gets transported safely for the people who are transporting it. She has no idea what they're doing with it. She has no idea where they're going with it. She has no idea where it's going to wind up. She doesn't know anything. But here on Newsmax, with their fear porn, which a lot of these conservative people like literally beat off to, oh my God, I got some information I found it on Google in a TikTok video. Here you go.
What we were bringing on and how could it affect human and environmental health.
Right. People will say to me, they're like, well, we don't think this is happening. If this isn't happening, why have multiple states passed laws banning weather engineering, including Florida, including Texas? Can you explain that?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I know a lot of people have taken the angle of because people still don't believe it.
Nobody believes it because you're full of shit. You're telling this story that nobody believes. You're talking out your ass. You have no physical evidence. You have no paper trail, no flight logs, nobody, nothing. All you have is this bullshit testimony and then some freaking news media like this saying, oh, we got a whistleblower. What? She doesn't even have a whistle.
Even if you don't believe it, there's people that are trying to take action saying, look at what they're claiming. Because when the government claims that they're going to do something, they're already doing it.
So wait a minute. So now you don't believe the government, right? You don't believe the government when they say that they're not doing this. But then you do believe that if they say they're going to make it illegal, that they'll stop doing it, right? So the people that you don't believe who aren't doing it in the first place, when they tell you they're going to make it illegal, that you're going to stop doing it. So then once they make it illegal, what are you idiots going to say when the lines are still in the sky? Oh, that's right, because they're not chemtrails. They're contrails made from condensation in the air, and any plane that flies through it is going to make those lines. That's how it works. We all learned that in freaking high school. Like, duh. But hey, let's keep going.
And they're trying to say, even if you don't believe it, would you want it to happen? It has these human and environmental impacts. So yes, and there's a lot of those legislators have reached out to myself and Dane Wigington over the past couple of years. So
Yes.
they have the information and all the government documents that are on geoengineeringwatch.org.
Biggest question, in your opinion, why is this being done? And again, it might not be EPA, could be DARPA, could be War Department, could be private companies, but why are they doing this?
She has no idea because she doesn't even know what they're doing or why they're doing it. She just knows that she approved a piece of paper that said it was safe to transport.
I think there's a multitude of reasonings. You control the weather, you can handicap many people. We did it flooding the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Going to handicap many people. What people? Why would they do it? Where are we specifically handicapped people? And why would our government do it to us here in the United States?
But when you had this huge climate change initiative, we needed to find ways to dim the sun and decrease the solar load. So this is fear-based. And I also think it's financially incentivized through
Fear-based, just like the fear you're trying to put it to everybody when you have no evidence, no flight logs, no names, no nothing, not even a picture, not even an airport, not even a little home video, a cell phone video of that plane taking off with any of the chemicals. You have absolutely nothing other than running your mouth like Joey Friedmansky.
betting on crops. And again, handicapping anyone in war.
Yeah, so it kind of takes away the organic from anything organic you're buying, because this is then sprayed into the air and then and gravity brings it down. Eventually the rain brings it down and it is all over all of us. What are these crops doing to people? Or I'm sorry, these chemicals doing to people?
She doesn't know because she doesn't know what chemicals they are. She doesn't know what plane they're coming out of. She doesn't know anything other than the fact that she stamped the approval to transport it while she was in the military as an OSHA representative.
Well, a lot of them are heavy alkaline metals and salts. And what they do, again, is that synergistic toxicity. You're breathing it in, you have the dermal absorption and an inhalation. And it
You have an inhalation of what? What? Tell us what it is, you fucking bird brain.
does depend on relative humidity and different weather patterns. Like I live in Michigan, so
Oh, wait a minute. You mean weather patterns have something to do with it? In other words, the lines in the sky are 30,000 feet in the air, and if the wind blows it, it could go 8 states over before it could even potentially come to the ground. What is the point of doing something that would be that inaccurate? Like when they go to crop dust, they don't take a jet plane and go to 30,000 feet and spray it up there. No, they run it at about 1,500 feet so they can spray it on the ground. Maybe even less, 600 feet, right? So why would they go so high in the air? That shit floats for hundreds of miles. What are you idiots thinking? And why are you on your news thing doing this? Like, seriously, this is the ridiculous shit. And people send this to me all the time. And it drives me nuts. Like, it's driving me nuts. How could people be as dumb as Joey is, Freemansky? I mean, how could you be that stupid?
We have all seasons in the same day.
Right.
So the dissipation rates are faster. When you ingest that, it is eating away at your gut health. And the thing is when they're using strontium and barium, those things bioaccumulate in the bones, and it also displaces potassium.
What? It displaces potassium? How? What connection is there that an airplane flying through the air, leaving a line, displaces your potassium? Where's the connection? Where's your PhD? Where? What?
And if anyone's ever had low potassium, you know that causes a
Everybody's got low potassium, you fucking retard. Just look it up. We're supposed to have 4,700 milligrams of potassium a day. That's the average human being. None of us even come close to it. And if you go in for blood work, it is very, very common to be low in potassium. That's why people get leg cramps, you bird brain.
massive issue with your nerves and your heart, and it can mimic a heart attack. So we're getting massively bombarded.
And when your electrolytes are down, your heart can have palpitations, which will mimic a heart attack. Wow.
Because, again, different routes of exposure, and depending on where you live, you can be more exposed already because you have background elements in your drinking water.
Jesus.
Now we even have stuff in the drinking water. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah.
So scary.
So
Kristen, we
scary.
appreciate you being with us
Oh,
again
so
tonight.
scary.
Thank you. Look forward
Quick.
to having you back. Kristen
Thanks for
Megan,
coming
again,
here and
one of
yeah.
the only people willing to talk about
One of
this
the only
publicly.
people willing to talk out of her ass on our news station here. That's just great. And yeah, wonderful. Okay, let's move on.
Thank you.
Now, to go on a little bit further, let me go on to this next one here real quick. I'll try to buzz through this. I won't play the whole clip, but you guys get the idea. But literally, this next one. Wait till you see this. They literally did a story about LED light bulbs. Light bulbs.
I didn't know anything about that before.
Hang on, let's
Let
start
these
at the wrong
words
spot.
sink in.
Watch this.
LED lights are devastating
Devastating.
to our health. Those aren't my
LED
words. Those are the
lights.
words of our next guest, which I'll
Devastating.
introduce here in a second.
Did you get the fear porn? That's the moan and groan part. That's like the orgasm at the beginning of the video. It's devastating.
But think about
Hang on.
how much our lives have changed over the last few decades. Think about now when you go to sleep at night, all of those little LED
Just think about
lights
it.
that are surrounding you while you sleep, and the smoke detector, maybe on a television at the bottom of the screen. Maybe you've got an air filter with multiple LED lights. Maybe your phone is sitting next to your bedside table with an LED light, surrounded by these artificial lights.
Can you imagine?
Devastating to our health. Again,
We
Mark
have this
Baker is the
devastating
founder
to our
and
health.
president of the Soft Lights Foundation. Those are his words. And I've been wanting to do this story
Right?
for a long time here on Redacted.
He's been wanting to do
So
this
many
story
people
for a
have
long
been
time.
asking us, please have Mark Baker on. Have somebody from the Soft Lights Foundation to come on to talk about how devastating these lights are to our health. And so your wish is my command, and Mark is our guest. Mark, welcome to the show.
Mark!
Hi,
Wait.
Clayton. Thanks for having me on this show.
Mark who? Who's Mark? Mark, who the hell are you? Wait, we got to have the ookie music to make this more realistic. Hang on. Mark, who the hell are you?
My pleasure. I think, I think people don't want to face this. And so we kind of maybe compartmentalize it. Like we're able to look at other things in our environment. We don't want lead in our water. We don't want these other things in our environment as we go through our day. But we just sort of accept, LED
Wait, got to add the lead in our environment and our water, just like the other story, right?
lights and lights are just kind of part of it. So I'm just not even going to face that. I'm not even going to look this in the eye because it's just too much. Do you think you see that from a lot of people when you first start talking? Do their eyes sort of glaze over?
Wouldn't your eyes glaze over if you heard a story like this?
Yeah, so I have been told that, Mark, you're taking on too much. this issue of LED lights is overwhelming.
That's
And I
pretty
kind of
overwhelming.
agree that it's overwhelming. So we now we see the LED headlights in cars. We see the LED street lights that are blue rich. We see
They're blue rich.
this conversion to LED general service lamps that we put into our house. We see the intense LED indicators on washing machines and refrigerators. And so these LEDs are now everywhere. I left out emergency vehicles, which many
The
people
LEDs.
really find debilitating.
The LEDs are now everywhere. They're everywhere. They're going to get you. They're everywhere. And hang on. Who's this guy again? Oh, we don't know.
They have very intense flashing LED lights.
Whoa.
So it is a big
Very
task,
intense
and,
flashing LED lights.
People,
Holy
it's easy
shit.
to ignore or not
I don't
want to
know
deal
this.
with it because it's overwhelming. And I have found it to be
This is crazy.
overwhelming for our bureaucratic officials because they
Yeah.
too don't know how to solve that. And so we are trying to push them to get this problem solved.
Oh, yeah. Let's
So
push
we have a
them.
lot to unpack, and I want to just have a great conversation with you today on this. Before we get into all of the mechanics of how it's terrible for our bodies and what you're pushing with members of Congress on this, can you walk me back? How did you come to this subject?
Yes, please.
And I hate
Tell
to
us
say,
how you
what
came
was
to it.
I hate to use a pun here, but what was like the light bulb moment for you when you said this is devastating and I need to take this on?
Yeah, so I lived in the Silicon Valley of California, and I was a school teacher. And around 2015,
A school
2016 is
teacher!
when the LED lights really started to come out, the high-powered, high-intensity LED lights. So I started to notice them on cars. The headlights became something really weird to me, blue, rich lights. They would capture my attention. They would make me agitated and angry. As a middle school math
Oh, my God.
teacher, by the time I got to work, I was upset already because it was really affecting my psychological well-being. Then I would come home and my town had switched from high-pressure sodium streetlights, the nice amber glow, to the 5,000 Kelvin blue rich LED streetlights. I happen to live
5,000 degree Kelvin. Boy. This is awesome. 5,000 degree Kelvin. Let's burn our. That's a color temperature. It's not a heat temperature. Doesn't hurt your eyes or anything. It's just color. That's it. Color. It's a color. What a retard.
in an apartment on the second floor. I came home, opened my door, and my apartment was flooded with this terrible light because it was at second floor level. I had to close the blinds and try to block it out, but even then it's so powerful, it seeped in. So that's when I really started to become an activist because, wow, this is really bad. I met with city officials to try and find out what had happened. And that's when I started to learn the bureaucratic process.
Good thing he called the city officials.
Because it was so debilitating for me as I started to fight it, I ended up at the point where it was so impactful that I had a mental breakdown at school.
This guy had a mental breakdown at a school teaching your kids over LED light bulbs.
Where my school district had said, no, we're not
Holy
turning
shit.
off those LED lights. You're just going to have to somehow live with it. And
So think about that. Like he went to the school officials and he said, the LED light bulbs are they're blue rich with 5,000 Kelvin temperature lights, and the school just said, shut up and go back to work. I mean, listen to this retard. This is literally the same type of retard that sits there and points at the sky about the lines in the sky.
and I really couldn't take it anymore. So it was so bad that they came and took me away and put me in a hospital for 4 days. And it was not an experience that I'd like to go through again. And it really changed the direction of my life. I was already advocating for fixing this LED problem, but that was really the end of my teaching career. I could not go back to teaching because you have to have patience, and with a mental breakdown, you don't have patience anymore. So then I became just full-time advocate, learning the physics, learning the government bureaucracy, learning how these lights are regulated, all these different issues, and connecting with many people around the world who are suffering as similar to me.
Can you go back to this mental breakdown? Did you think you were like isolated? Like this was, I mean, I guess at the time I'm just trying to picture myself. I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. Like if I was, did you have this awareness?
How do you put yourself in this guy's shoes? You'd have to be a complete nincompoop. You're in school bitching about LED light bulbs. And then they do the whole, well, I don't remember anything like this when I was a kid. Like, what the hell? Oh my God, more conspiracy shit. I'm going to wrap this up here in a second because this goes on for a while, but like literally, this is nuts. And in a second, I'm going to call somebody who also believes this stuff. I don't know what to tell you, but hang on.
Did you know this is exactly what's causing the problem, or did you think it was a confluence of things, other things in your life, and you just weren't able to pinpoint it? And did you feel like isolated? Like, are there other
they made
people
a
out
story
there
out of this
that are having this same experience? Because we hear from viewers all the time that say, when they live near electrical wires and things like that, or 5G towers, how debilitating it is for them. And then other people can just go through their day normally and they don't have any of these issues. Did you feel like you were on an island?
Well, so at first, it's what is this light? It's so bizarre. So there was a woman in Chicago who had started a Facebook group called Ban Blinding LEDs.
Ban blinding LEDs. I will say one thing. If you're driving on the road, there's people that have LED headlights on their cars that are so freaking bright, they are blinding when you're driving from the other direction. I think that could be adjusted. They could probably turn them down a little bit or something. But this is like, listen to this retard. One more minute, then I'm going to switch, and I got to give Mr. Palucci a call.
So around 2016, I think late 2015, I joined that Facebook group. I didn't know anything about
he joined the group.
LEDs.
He's like, yeah, get me in there.
This is where I started to learn that other people were feeling these same effects, that this was just too sharp and really not something that we wanted to be suffering under. And so we learned about color temperature. I didn't know anything about that before. And so what happened is I got so invested in it that they encouraged me to start my own Facebook group. So I did that. So we have the Soft Lights Foundation Facebook group, but they're kind of twins. And we have met people that join both groups. I had a person that was a lawyer that I was talking to told me that I should be a foundation. So I made a 501c3 foundation for the Soft Lights Foundation. But when I was initially,
like, seriously, I can't even go on with it anymore. But here, we're going to get somebody on here who's going to want to argue with me. Hang on. I'm going to call him. We're going to get him on here right now. Jimmy Palucci going to be on the phone here in a second. And, yeah. Jimmy Palucci. What's going on?
I'm here, you nutcase. I love these shows. Oh, I've been taking notes. Right now my brain isn't working really well because I'm sitting under an LED light. So I'll try to figure this one out as quickly as possible.
Well, there he is. So
how are you, Brian?
So Jimmy, what's going on? Why is it people fall for this chemtrail stuff? You send me a ton of this chemtrails. Why?
I send it to you because I find it somewhat amusing, but there are some truth to some of it.
What truths? There's no truths. It's the Easter Bunny flying in the air.
Brian, do you know when they started weather control, weather modifications? Do you know what year that was? So they've been trying to mess with the weather for, I don't know, maybe 80 years now. So there are some truth to it. And that's why some of the states.
I'm not arguing the fact that they haven't tried to do weather manipulation, okay? I'm not arguing the fact that they don't spray something in the air to do it. My argument is, number one, they don't use jets. Number two, they don't do it at 30,000 feet. Number three, they don't do it on clear, sunny days when there's no clouds. It's called cloud seeding for a reason. You
ask for proof all the time. So I'm going to ask you.
I know, but
where is your proof?
On the
your proof?
On the websites of the companies that do it. They admit it. They show you the plane. They introduce you to the pilot. They show you the flight logs. The people that say that the lines in the sky are the ones that have zero proof. They have no kind of proof at all. They have no flight logs, no pilots, no plane. But if you go to the website of the companies that actually do cloud seeding, that admit it, they go, hi, we're cloud seeders. This is what we do. Here's our plane. Here's our pilot. Here's our flight log. I don't understand why the people that believe in the Easter Bunny flying through the air, leaving lines in the sky, who think that it's the commercial airlines that are doing this. It's baffling. I just don't get it.
Jet propulsion has changed way, I don't know, in the last 20, 30 years. I don't know how old your jet car is, your motor and that thing, but it's probably come significantly advanced. Okay. Now, as a child, was I paying attention to what was going on in the sky? Not as much. The sky was bluer, seems to me, but that's because of pollution all around the world, just sort of hazing the sky. And is there more lines in the sky? It seems like it. Are they condensation? Most likely. But it seems like it's staying up there a lot longer than it used to, because there's some jets I could watch in the sky and the condensation trail will only last, a couple minutes. And then there's some that just go all the way the length of the sky that you can see.
Right.
So I don't know. How do you explain that? I don't know.
Well, I can, because I have a jet engine. I know how. And when you see a line in the sky and it goes from one end of the horizon to the other, like, it's because there's moisture in the air. That jet engine sucks in 5 football fields worth of cubic feet of air every second.
But I could see another jet next to it, and it's disappeared. It's disappeared. The condensation trail.
Okay.
So how do you justify
You think
that?
the
one?
air doesn't change? The air's different up there at
It's right
30,000
next
feet.
to it, and then next to it is the air.
What do you mean
changing
it's
every
right
10
next
feet?
to it?
And the line might be right close to it, or whatever.
Well,
It doesn't. It's not that much of a modification of temperatures.
from
up
what I think you're wrong. I think that you don't understand what the weather is like up there.
I do. I've lived up there for a long time.
Oh yeah, right. I'm sure.
I've been higher than most of those planes.
Right?
But it's just like anything else the government does. Okay, what do you think, they're going to advertise it? Are they going to did they advertise COVID? I mean,
Well,
we're
no,
gonna put a disease out there, and we're gonna make people sick and die.
yeah.
I mean, the government's not going to tell Brian Mitchell what they're doing.
I'm not even asking the government.
Okay,
I'm not asking the government.
You're
I
making
know
your own observation, just like everybody else is.
No, I'm not. I'm not, because I understand the science of jet engines, because I own one. I know how to work on it. I know how it works. I know what it does. I know what it does in those airplanes. And the people that I go racing with, a lot of the people that are jet car racers are commercial airline pilots. Some of them are commercial airline mechanics. They all laugh at you guys. Laugh, belly laughs. What a bunch of buffoons. What does that guy do for a living? Oh, he's a carpenter. Yeah, and he thinks he knows about jet engines. What, he's about as dumb as Joey Friedmansky. What a retard that guy is. You know what I mean? And so, like, as all the people that I know that actually work with airplanes, that actually are involved with all this, they laugh because they just watch everybody chasing the Easter Bunny in the sky.
So you got 3 other hillbillies that are laughing. Okay, big deal. All right, next subject.
Hillbillies? What hillbillies?
You race car guys, you jet engine guys, I should say.
Yeah.
The jet engine guys that are racing jet engines from the 60s.
Right.
Yeah, the jet engines are different now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well,
You
they
wanna
are.
know
They're
about-
massively different now,
Yes.
without a
yes.
doubt.
You know what you need to get? You need to get somebody from Rolls Royce on or something, one of these big motor engine developers. That's what you need to put on here, so he could explain to you the difference between the motors that they were making in the 60s and 70s to the engines that they're making now.
Well, the engines that they're making now are way different. The jet engines and commercial jets, they are so massively efficient. And, that's another thing. People think they're spraying chemical. Those machines are so precise. They don't have the tolerance for some foreign chemical to get pushed through those engines. But Anyhow, all right, Jimmy.
Well, I don't think the chemicals were ever coming through the engines. I think they have the, whatever they're spraying up there for weather or modifications. They're nozzles that are below on the wings. They've showed pictures of them.
Not on jet
know,
airplanes, not on commercial jets.
Yeah, I'm not saying commercial jet. I'm saying government jets. Whatever.
They're not government jets. The only planes that they've ever used have propellers, like the kind that fly out of Schaumburg Airport.
I don't know about
They
that,
have-
Brian. I'd have to
Go.
look into that a little bit more. But I think that why wouldn't they use jets over propellers? And if they do, what's the difference, anyways, with propellers or whatever?
Well,
They're gonna spray the chemicals in the air, and it might have a lot to do with cell phone towers. We can go into all these little rabbit holes and crawl down.
Right.
The 5Gs and the 6Gs and how they're our brains, and putting the phone up to our heads and sleeping next to it at night is causing cancers and everything else. Hey, you know what? You try to live the best life you can live and not fight with people over stupid stuff.
there you go.
But here's the other thing. Any sound guy that produces sound, like you do,
Hey, something is
they
burning around here.
they'll tell you that loud music over 90 decibels will make you sterile.
Right?
So I don't know how I'm shooting, but I've been in 100 decibel rooms, and I don't know what to look for anymore.
What?
I get
You
it.
know what I'm saying.
I got it.
So let's talk about music.
All right,
how's
real
that?
real quick, and then I got another call I got to switch to. What do you
Good,
got going
good,
on music wise?
All right. So you know that I've been involved in a lot of different bands. The Show Must Go On, which is my Three Dog Night band that tours around the country and the Midwest and everything. Fabulous show. Of course, we got the #1 yacht rock group, Anchors Away.
I like
And
Anchors
now-
Away. As much as I like to bust your chops about it, folks, it's really a good band. And so is the Three Dog Night Show. Both of them excellent bands.
But now we have coming up this Friday at Stage 119 is another band that I've worked with and have watched them in the studio, and it's a Robert Palmer tribute band that is very, very exciting. You don't realize how many hits Robert Palmer has until you listen to all the songs. And of course, you remember the Robert Palmer ladies.
Right?
Well, we have a few of those girls too in the band that sing backup. So they'll be going on at 7:30 at Stage 119 in Elmhurst, and then followed by Anchors Away. So you're seeing two awesome bands for the price of one, which is $10 general admission.
Well, there you
That
go.
is a steal.
There you go. Now, we're doing shop concerts here at the shop. Got any
Yes.
bands that are going to come over and play over here?
I would love for the Robert Palmer. By the way, the name of the band is Addicted to Love.
Well, there you go.
I would love them to go up to your shop and
You
put
said
on a
Dick.
show because
Joey Friedmancy's going to get excited. Oh, you said
What's
addicted.
that?
Sorry.
Addicted, yeah.
Yeah, Addicted.
It's sort of like addicted to everything.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what's going on this Friday. Also, the Robert Palmer, the Addicted to Love, will be at Even Flow on Saturday night, so you can go back to back with them.
Okay.
So
There we go.
that's it, and then you can go on the websites of all these: addictedtolove.net, anchorsawaychicago.com, and the show must go on chicago.com. So
There
I
it is.
just did my plugs. I've argued with you for a little bit.
All right.
Not my life. I feel like it's been completed today.
Well, thank you for being on the show. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for calling in. We're going to do, if you keep watching it, we're going to switch over in a little bit to the he's not getting paid thing. I thought more racer guys would want to know. Maybe I'll just save it for another show. I don't know. I thought Joey Friedmancy was going to get all these guys, and he didn't get anybody in, but we'll see. Anyhow.
Brian, have a great night. Have the great rest of your show, and live your dream.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
All right, bye.
All right, folks, so there you go. The one and only Jimmy Palucci. Now, I got another call I got to make. This one is a very important one, and it's coming in right now. Let's see if we get an answer. This is, I believe, we're trying to get a hold of Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean.
Yes, hello. Is this tough?
Yes, Mr. Bean, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2. Mr. Bean in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Bean in the house.
Yes, listen to me. I just was listening to your show, and I just want to let you know that I, too, myself, am an expert in LED lighting that I've been studying, and chemtrails as well. And I'm an undergraduate from the University of Serpico. Do you understand me?
Oh, you went to the University of Serpico?
Yes, that's correct.
Holy cow.
Now listen to me. I want to tell you a story about my son Winston.
Okay.
Okay? I want everybody in your listening audience, including Jimmy Palakuski, to listen how important this is to get rid of the LED lights. And I put in 7,000 Kelvin temperature LED lights in my son Winston's bedroom. Okay?
Okay.
All of a sudden, I hear some screaming coming from his room, and Winston jumped up and tried to make it to the connecting bathroom, and he lost complete control of his bowels.
Oh my gosh.
And he sprayed shit all over the fucking walls.
Oh, it's terrible.
Because why do you think that happened? Why?
I have no idea. Was it the
Because
LEDs?
the LEDs were taking and driving him psychotic to where his central nervous system lost control of his bowel movements, causing him to shit himself.
Oh yeah. You know what? And that's what happens if you have a little too much Joy Friedmansky in your life. You know.
That could contribute too. But I'm telling you, that along with the chemtrails going over my house from the O'Hare Airport, dropping shit all over Winston,
Oh my gosh.
and then the LED bulbs has created havoc in my life. And I've now quit my job at Serpico University, and I study 24 hours a day on how to become an advocate on LED lighting. Am I clear?
No, you're clear. Crystal, we got it.
I also want you to know something too. My daughter is 17 years old. Her name is Kalanika. She's been affected by this too.
I'm sure. Well, hopefully she recovers.
I don't know if it's that simple. Once you're infected by this stuff, it goes deeply into your cellular level of your body, causing and creating havoc. My daughter runs around screaming, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, I want to play pony," all day long.
Wow. Yeah. Well,
You don't understand.
Well, I get it. I'm trying not to. Well, that blew that gag. We'll just go back to Joey Friedmansky. Oh man. Oh, I can't take it. Well, we tried to keep a straight face with that one, folks. Anyhow. All right, so moving on. All right, he's not getting paid. Should we go on with that or what? Rob Muggs. I don't know why you guys keep posting and stuff on the Facebook feed. I'm really not paying much attention to it. I do have a bunch of people over here on the Rumble feed, which is really nice. Seagirl21, Kathy Jeans on there, Felt 187. Man, look at that. We got a bunch of people. That's awesome. So, all right, moving on. And you know what? At this point, the Facebook thing is probably going to start getting blocked because, we're 54 minutes in. And you know what? I don't give a shit anymore. I'm going to start playing some music because I just don't care, you know? Like, let's have some rock and roll. Lighten this up a little bit. The phone calls, the story, man, just too much boring shit. You know, I did this the other day. And as soon as I started all this stuff, man, Facebook was like, boom. So those of you on Facebook, you're probably going to get chopped off here in a second. You know, because like without it, it's boring. Right? All right, let's switch gears here. All right, shop concerts. We'll talk about that. So shop concerts are coming up here, and I'm going to be doing shop concerts. One of the bands that I have lined up. Well, here's a little video of my crew getting ready to do shop concerts. It's not even playing it. What the hell? Oh, the volume got turned on. What the hell? How did that happen? See, I got discombobulated with that joke. Oh well. Back to what I was doing. Sorry, I screwed that one up. All right, so the band that we got coming is a KTP band. Here's a little brief clip. So the reason I'm doing the shop concerts goes back to the shutdown time back in 2020 when the government shut the world down and we had no place to do our stuff. We had no place to play. There was no place for bands to play or anything like that. And so what we did was we took over the pavilion at Great Lakes Dragaway and we did some shows there. Simultaneously, I was doing stuff with DAG from the DAG show. I'll show the DAG thing here. Well, first off, let me introduce you to DAG. Here's DAG here.
What's up, everybody? Dag here, and you know what? I got a new job. I got out of trucking, and now I'm going to be the new Ayatollah of Iran, and I'm going to control all the oil in the world. Oh, God.
All right, so there we go. DAG is a friend of mine, and he had a thing called the DAG Show, and we met during the shutdowns. We were doing stuff at the Piazza because I was working at the Piazza doing the sound and lighting for stuff. And DAG came in and he would do his DAG show and he brought in his switcher and stuff like that. And so here's a clip of when we had the AC/DC tribute band Thunderstruck came out to the Piazza. So here's a minute of that.
Thunderstruck, make some noise out there. Let's hear you. Come on. How many people have never seen Thunderstruck? Make some noise. Let's hear you out there. Come on. How many people gonna keep coming to see Thunderstruck? Make some noise out there. For those of you who haven't seen us, we got some rules and shit. We're gonna lay down. We're gonna let you know what we need. We're gonna have each other make a friendship move forward and make no doubt. We're making friends in the Royal Illinois today. First and foremost, we do everything from Bon Scott to Brian Johnson and screw Axl Rose. Are you with me so far? Secondly, there's a stigma that goes with tribute bands. That stigma is this. I see a few of you over there looking in and get your arms
Now, at the
crossed.
time, everything's shut down. We can't have people anywhere. And, you know, the government was telling people, telling the businesses that the best they could do is have 25% capacity. Well, at the Piazza, we could get 500 people in there because the capacity at the place was actually 2,000 is the normal capacity. So what we would do is we would have 500 people in there, or maybe a little more, and we would have these shows. And so when no other place in the area could even have 100 people, we had 500. So that was pretty cool. And DAG came out and he did the video. This is DAG's video.
Look her deep in the eye. That's very forward, okay? Look her deep in the eye, and like a northern gentleman, look at it real kind.
I'm going to fast forward this thing. Watch
What do you
this.
do for money, honey?
Right, here we go. So anyhow, we did some really cool shows there. This band rocked. Red Baron was there. He was at the show there with his wife. He was sitting up in the balcony. And I'm telling you, we just did a really killer job there. My son, who was only 19 at the time, did the lights, and he just did an amazing job. It looked great. The band kicked ass. I got the mix, which was fun, and we had a great time. So because of that, let me get out of there, right? So because of that, I decided to do it again at Great Lakes Dragway. And so we set up a smaller system over there. And we had the KTP band that showed up. And so here's a brief video, not the whole thing, just a little brief clip of it, of the KTP band, which is coming here to the shop on March 28th. So hang on, watch this. This is going to be KTP band. Now remember, everything's shut down at the time. So like anybody that's go, hey, there's nobody there. Well, that's because nobody was anywhere. And these guys did a great job. They were a lot of fun. They were great people. And I'm excited. They're coming here to the shop on March 28th. And as you can see, I mean, for being the pavilion at the drag strip, that was a hell of a lighting rig we had in there, and it was a hell of a setup, and it looked really good. And it was a good time. You know, we had a good time doing it, and I'm very excited to have these guys back. So, anyhow. So there you go. That's who's coming, and let me show you what it's going to look like, at least similar to that, what we're doing now. So they're going to play in something that looks more like this. We did this last year with the Led Zeppelin tribute band, Physical Graffiti. And this was really cool. Oop.
Been dazed and confused for so long, it's not true. Wanted a woman, never bargained for you. Lots of people talk, few of them know. So a woman was created.
There you go. So that's what we're going to be doing here at the shop, and I'm hoping to do it with the KTP band and other bands. I know that we have the Rob Post band is interested in coming out and doing this, and that's going to be really, really cool. What else did I have here? Oh, Chain of Lakes. That's what I brought up. Chain of Lakes. Have you ever been up to the Chain of Lakes? I call it the Chain of Drunks because I went out there with my boat a couple years ago, and I thought it was going to be kind of fun. And I went out there, and I thought, well, you know, I've never been on the chain before. I get out there, and it was just pandemonium. Absolute pandemonium of people going nuts, drinking, boating, and just being a fool everywhere. And so it reminded me of this video that was on YouTube of these 7 people that were taking their cigarette boat across, forget what boat it was or what lake it was. But yeah, anyhow, you'll see this. You guys will remember this. Yeah. Great way to just splatter your friends in your face and, yeah, drinking and boating right there. Yeah. Are you guys okay? Did anybody spill the beer? I don't know. Where'd the whiskey go? Oh, yeah, okay. And it was such a big thing at the time that even Family Guy got in the act, and they did this.
Peter, this sucks. What are we doing out here?
I'm beginning to think those vodka cranberries may have had alcohol in them.
Right? Like, seriously, that is the chain of lakes. That's why I don't go boating there. I do like going boating on Lake Geneva, especially during the week, not on the weekends. It's a very nice lake to go to. And if I can't go there, I like to go out of Lake Michigan. That place is awesome. And I'm looking at bigger boats this year. Maybe. We got to see what's going to happen here with Iran and all that other crap and whatnot. So, I don't know. Should I talk about the he's not getting paid thing? I don't know if I should do it or not. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Apparently Dag wants to be on the show. And all right, there we go. Yep. Sorry guys, I'm checking a bunch of things here. This is the problem about when I have to do this all by myself. You know, I don't have anybody to help me with the behind the scenes thing, so I got to do it by myself. So yeah, here we go. So if you're on Facebook, you better get on Rumble, because I'm playing copyright stuff, and there's no copywriting on Facebook. The only thing you can do is watch on Rumble, which is a conservative network that doesn't care. They want to give you free speech. And I want to have some more fun. I'm sick and tired of the... Oop, there we go. Anyhow, maybe I should do the he's not getting paid thing. You know, I tried looking up the he's not getting paid video, and you know what? It's just not out there. Kind of crazy. I used to remember that being out there, but it's not out there. So I don't know, maybe I'm sure Joey Friedmansky's probably like pretty upset about that, because he used to like to jerk off to that video all the time. You know. By the way, folks, here's Joey here. There he is. The guy who used to stand on the sidelines and all that. Anyhow. Oh, we got Davin's here. Finally, Davin, where the hell have you been? And he's posting on Rumble. Oh, Davin says he has it. Whoa. Well, maybe what we should do, you know what? Davin, you should get me that video, and I will play it on the show. So maybe we should hold off on that story till I have that video. What do you think? I'll wait for you to respond to it. Right? It's nice to have some music in the background. See, I can't ever do that when I'm on Facebook by itself. See, if I'm on Facebook alone, I get copyright. In fact, I'm sure by now there has to be a copyright strike on the Facebook. Let me see. Oh yeah, your video is blocked and can't be viewed in Russia and some other places. Yeah, okay. Fuck you, Facebook. Yeah. Here. Can't be seen in Russia. I'm sure it's backwards maybe or something. Can you guys see that? Looks like it's all blurry from here, but anyhow. Yeah, Facebook's already blocked. So get off Facebook. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's another one. Another warning from Facebook. There it is. It's already there. Facebook already gave me the warning. So if you're on Facebook watching this, yeah, just go over, find the Rumble link. It's on my page. I'm so sick of Facebook. So yeah. Anyhow. Rumble's the place. Rumble's the place if you want to have freedom of speech. So much better when we can rock out, right? Hell yeah. There it is. And Joey Friedmansky's still here. No, he's still on Facebook. What a doofus. Get off Facebook, you dummy. Oh, my God. Anyhow, well, judging by what I'm seeing on here, actually. Davin said he'll have me the video next week, and he said he's in Minnesota right now at the Mayo Clinic. Folks, some prayers for poor Davin. He's been fighting cancer and winning, by the way. He's been doing pretty good, and so I hope that he continues to fight because we need more Davin in our lives. So in the meantime, let's we should have a little, let's see. Wait. Oh, hang on. Dag wants to get on the show. I should probably call him. Should I call Dag? That's going to add another 30 minutes to the show. I don't know. Do I have that much time? Probably do. Hang on. Where's that? Down here? Nope. Yes? Where the hell did it? Put something here and I can't remember where it is. So Joey Friedmansky, he just wants to stay censored on Facebook. Poor guy. Here it is. The Joey Friedmansky sound. Anyhow, all right. Well, you know, you put this stuff together and then you totally forget where you put everything.
These are the sounds of Brooklyn Bounce.
So nice to be able to play music during the show, right? Anyhow, so we're going to hold off. Specifically because Joey's upset. And we're going to get the video from Davin so I can put it up and play it on the show. Anyhow. Let's get ready to bounce. Anyhow, all right, so here we go. This is boring enough.
Get ready to bounce.
No censorship, no censorship. All right, we got to call Dag. Dag's getting upset. I should call Dag. Let's call Dag. Hang on. Can we call? Do we have Dag in this phone? I think we do. Let's see. D-A-G. Oh, crap. Nope. Don't have Dag in the phone. Huh. Thought I did. Well, anyhow, all right. Let me, oh, crap. Hang on. I got to look this up on here. We find the number. Hang on. I got to call him. Hang on. Let's get Dag on the phone and we'll wrap up for tonight. Davin, I need that video from you. And then, like I said, March 28th, we're going to have the, KTP band here. All right, here we go. Calling Dag. Where's the Dag? Is he on here? Where's the Dag? I'm probably losing people like crazy now.
Yo.
Dag, you're in the house. You're on the air.
Yeah.
What's shaking?
Well, I don't know. What you had that fucking meat whistle Jimmy Palucci on your show? He's a fucking idiot.
Uh-oh. What's going on there?
What do you mean, what's going on there?
I don't know. You tell me.
I love the pictures you're putting up of me. That's great. But
they're my favorites.
I mean, let's be real. You brought me on the tail end of your show. There's only 2 people fucking watching.
Oh, there's more people that are watching. See, that's the thing. You're only following Facebook. If you saw what I saw, there's a lot of people that are on Rumble like they're supposed to be.
Whatever. Nobody's fucking going to Rumble. Rumble's fucking stupid.
Nobody's
for
watching
a fucking minute.
Yeah, well, nobody's watching on Facebook because Facebook's already blocked the feed. So if you want to watch the show,
they haven't. I've been watching you on Facebook. I've watched your whole show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you have guys like Jimmy Palucci on, the guy who fucking exhausted himself trying to bang my girlfriend. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense.
Yeah, get out of here with that nonsense.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Jimmy Palucci, you're a fucking tool, I'll tell you that, right straight up to your fucking face. So he knows he's a fucking stroke, and he'll never be anything more than a stroke. But, you know, great. I will say this about Palucci's band, Anchors Away. It's a good band. But it's boring.
What's boring?
So what do you want to talk about? I was just taking a piss. What do you want to talk about?
So what's going on? Are you out on bail now or what? What's the deal?
Oh, I'm in Facebook jail until the 28th. And I'm just watching all you dipshits fucking do dumb shit on the internet. I had a nice conversation. Well, it wasn't really nice. With Mike Tafoya today and Dino Manzella. And Mike Tafoya's still a crybaby bitch. And so if your band sucks, you're going to get Tafoya'd, and that's that. What else? What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Don't make me Tafoya.
I got to tell you, your fucking studio and your soundstage is beautiful.
Thank you.
Love it. And I'm going to say this to bands. You know, if you spend the money with Brian here, and this is not a fucking suck your dick moment, Brian. I'm not trying to do this.
No, I appreciate that.
But it's a really great way to get a great promo together. Your soundstage is beautiful. It's everything I wanted to do and didn't do. And I'm really proud of what you're putting together there.
Thank you.
You know, so you know, you and I have been friends for a while now, for a hot minute, and
well, I was telling everybody
back to you know, the Piazza. You know, so what, 5-6 years?
Yeah, the Piazza was good. Those were good times.
But you're really doing cool things, and I'm really proud of you for doing them.
Well,
I'm really disappointed in you for having fucking meat whistles like fucking goddamn Jimmy Palucci on your show. That guy's a fucking jerk off.
Jimmy's all right. He's all right.
Oh, he's a fucking douchebag. But that's all right. You know, that's what I do, is call people out. So,
right.
You know, oh, Jesus, what the fuck did I just pour into my drink? I don't know what I just poured into my drink. I have no idea.
So I'm playing the Thunderstruck video now when we were at Piazza. That was really stinking cool.
Oh, well, somebody's fucking calling me. I'm going to just hang up on him. No, what we did at the Piazza was great. I mean, it's a shame that fucking jerk off who was always in my face, you know, giving me a hard time. What was that guy's fucking name?
B-Mac.
Oh, yeah, B-Mac. So he just got my shit all the time. People were coming to the Piazza, not only just to see the bands, but to meet me, which was cool. And B-Mac just fucking got in the way of everything. It was terrible.
Right.
And then I got in those arguments with Salerno, and, you know, I stopped doing shows there. But I loved doing shows there. They were great. And you were the only guy you and the guy at 115 Bourbon Street, I said, I need a submix. I got to have a submix.
Right.
Give me a submix. And only you and that guy at Bourbon Street were able to do it. Nobody else knew what I was fucking talking about.
That's true. Well, I tell you what, I am very excited about having bands play at the shop here. I have a switcher out there for the bands, and we have a feed coming from that switcher to this switcher, so I can upload the feed to the Tough Show. And people can watch this live.
It's gonna be fucking awesome. And I'll tell you what, to any bands listening to this, you gotta get out there and talk to Brian. And I'm not just trying to promote you, bro. I'm telling you, I know it's gonna be great. I'm glad you're doing this. I support your show, even though whatever you're fucking doing on your show, it sucks mostly. You know, you're talking about chemtrails. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Stupid.
Yeah.
But you're a good guy, and you're the best sound man in all of Chicago. Period. Hands down. So if you're a band, I wouldn't go to Brian for promotion other than letting him do do a cool fucking performance. And then he'll talk about you on his show, and then he'll have me on, and I'll promote you properly.
Right.
Because I'm funny.
There you go. Well, and I mean, we did a lot of fun stuff then. That was really, really cool.
Oh,
and now
man,
I'm learning how to do switches.
The shit we did together is at some point, somebody's going to grab it and go, this was really cool. Because we didn't just do the AC/DC band. We did several bands. We did
True.
Rock Brigade. And, we did a lot of bands there. And it was really exciting.
It was a triple
It was
threat.
a lot of fun.
I remember we had Thunderstruck, which, by the way, Joshua killed it on lights. You remember that?
Oh, he totally nailed it.
I mean, he's amazing now, but he was only 19 years old at the time. 19 years old, and he was doing lighting, I thought, and you can see it in the video there. That's Joshua's work in that video. I mean, he just did an amazing job at 19 years old. I mean, it's unbelievable. Now he's 23, and he does what he does now is unbelievable. He took lighting way farther than I ever did, and I was pretty good. And I thought I was pretty tech-savvy.
He's a very talented young man.
Yeah.
And, I'm glad to see that he stuck with you in working with the in the music industry. He's a talented kid, and he has a bright future in this business if he continues to stay with it. So, but he's got a dad, who has access to all of this shit. So, not a lot of people, not a lot of bands have access to the kind of material you have in your shop.
Right.
And I'm very excited to see what the potential is that you can procure for bands. Bands need good promotion, and they need good videos. That's the era of today.
Right.
And I'm going to tell all bands, you got to go see Bri. I mean, if you don't go see Brian, well, then you're just kind of wasting your time.
Right.
You're going to spend a couple of G's, but you could do, like you and I were talking about this earlier, if a band brings in 20 people at $10 a head and supplies some booze, some Subway sandwiches sliced small, spends $300 on some food and some liquor, and $10 a head, boom, you get an audience response. You get this incredible video that you guys can shoot, and incredible audio. Yeah, $2,000's nothing. You just gotta. It's literally nothing.
I think so. I'm trying to keep it as affordable as I can. I mean, it takes a certain amount of gas to drive the car, but yeah.
Well, I think you're onto something here. And I know when if somebody calls you and you say $2,000, their head explodes. But really, you have the ability to put some asses in seats. And if you're a band and you can't get 20 people to come and support you at $10 a head, your band sucks to begin with. I mean, it just does. So you're not going to go anywhere anyway. Just bring 20 people, family members, pay $10, eat some sandwiches, have a beer, and then do this.
Right.
And the band's out $300-400, and the rest of the money's covered. So I don't know. This is a really good idea. And I think that what you're doing and what you're procuring here is huge. It's important. And, really, what are you going to be? Original bands need to be really looking at this. They really need to be saying, hey, here's our opportunity.
No, I agree. Yeah, and it's a good idea. You know, it's a great way to promote your band. That's true. You know, that's the truth. So
Well, you gotta have some video if you're gonna work with agents nowadays. You gotta have some video.
right.
You know, these agents want to see what you can do as a performance and, you know, how you look and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's just not as simple as sending in a tape anymore. So you gotta dig in. But I think what you're doing is great. You know, you and I have talked about this for a long time. I was going to do it in my space in Yorkville, and you're doing it way better. So why would I even get involved? I'm proud of what you got going on, and I want to see bands take advantage of this. You know?
Yeah. No, I agree.
I think it's a great opportunity.
I agree. Without a doubt.
What else do you want from me? What else do you want from the DAG?
Well, that's about it. I mean, we'll have to see what's going on this week when it comes to anything political, because like that shit in Iran's still going on, and we'll see where that's headed and how that's going to affect everybody. But that's not for tonight.
Look, the shit in Iran. Let me tell you this: it's not going to end in 3 weeks. It's just
I don't
not.
think so either.
It's going to go to the end of the year. It's not going to go away anytime soon. So anybody who thinks that's the case is fucking stupid, in my opinion. But
I agree.
It's just my opinion. So.
Yep, I agree.
All right.
Right,
well,
we're
I'm
gonna-
sick of talking to you.
That's fine.
I
We're gonna
love
move
you.
on. Thanks for being
And,
on the show.
Hey, man, I love being on your show. Try and be funnier and stop with the chemtrail bullshit. Nobody cares.
Right. All right.
Think about things. If you want to grow this show, think about things that are funny. Think about things that are ridiculous. Think about, trying to develop yourself in that, because we're all bored with reality. What we want is kind of non-reality. If we're going to watch the Tough Show, we want to see things that are entertaining.
Right.
So stay focused on the music. Stay focused on things that are funny. Nobody gives a fuck about chemtrails.
Right.
And Jimmy Palucci is a fucking raging douchebag.
Wow.
So, no, he is. Fuck that. I'm not going to back down from that. He's been Tafoyed by me and Reddy just tonight. He's Tafoyed.
There you go. All right. We're going
All
to
right,
move on.
buddy, I love you. Have a great night. I got to go to sleep.
All right, you too. Take care.
Peace.
Bye-bye. Well, there you go, folks. The one and only DAG. All right, well, we're going to end the show here in just a second. Got my new thing I'm going to play for you.
We want everyone to get out of this untouched, okay? What are your demands?
I want $100,000 and 2 tickets to Brazil, first
How
class.
about $2,000 and some tickets to Dreamworld?
What? I'll f***ing kill her.
Is she really worth that much money and a couple of tickets to Brazil?
Yeah.
She's clearly over 30, mate. Not a real blonde.
She told me she was 20 and career orientated.
I was 20. I said was 20.
Come on, mate. You've been scammed. But, that's okay. It happens to the best of us. Don't put that on us.
She provides a lot to society. It's gonna be worth something.
Really? What?
Yeah, I'm a mother to 6 beautiful children.
6?
6?
Close up shop down there. Jesus Christ.
Best I can do is maybe $100 gift card to Amazon. Split an Uber.
Just take that one. Just take it.
I want $100 real and you pay for the Uber.
Okay, yeah. Have you graduated uni?
I got pregnant in high school and I had to drop out.
Oh, $50 and I'll hire an e-scooter for an hour only.
Hang on.
Whoa.
Give me what I want or I'll kill the dog.
What are your demands? Don't kill the dog. Don't kill the dog.
There you go. All right. So that's going to wrap it up. We're going to play Joey Freemanski's theme song here. We'll get that going. Here it is.
I got my balls to my butthole.
So thanks for watching the show. I will get a video that he's not getting paid video And we'll purposely not playing it because Joey would get upset if I didn't, so let's not do it. What do you think of that? Anyhow, I'll get a copy of the video from Davin. And there we go. So, yeah, shop concert's coming up. March 28th. And hopefully, at least Joey's glued his balls to his butthole again. Anyhow, shop concert's coming up. Hope you guys had a good time. Thanks for watching the show. This is difficult to do by myself. Way too much for one person. Oh my gosh. And there we go. All right. Just remember. Hang on. There we go. I want to thank Joey Freemansky for being here. What a great guy. One of my biggest fans. Always comes to all the shows. I appreciate it. Thanks, Joe. You know, really love having you on the show. It's awesome. So, anyhow, next time you should go watch on Rumble, though, because then I could actually see your responses. That'd be kind of nice. Anyhow. All right, we're out of here. You guys take it easy. I'm out.